Hi guys, welcome back to my channel once again here on YouTube. Continuing on with the year in 2001 WWF DVD pay-per-view reviews. We have Rebellion up next, which I've decided to cover. So yes, we have an interesting front cover there with a fist with the Union Jack on. We have Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho at the bottom there. So this was from November 3rd, 2001, from Manchester, England. It's good to see the logo sideways for a change on the front cover artwork rather than the usual, as if it's just the normal way up, if you see what I mean. It's something a little bit different. And Rebellion always has that E back to front. Silver Vision release. 15 certificate here in the UK. Advert for Just Bring It on the PS2 from November 2001, and the same DVDs advertised as the previous few reviews I've covered, like No Mercy and Unforgiven, SummerSlam. So here's the back. Various screenshots. We have Jericho against Angle there at the top, Austin and The Rock, Christian and Edge, and Lita and I think that's Molly Holly or Mighty Molly. Various DVD extras listed here. So get this Rebellion started. Angle defects, beg your pardon. The Rock versus Steve Austin, The Rock versus Chris Jericho, Undertaker versus Kurt Angle and Steve Austin. So we kicked this pay-per-view off with a steel cage match for the WWF Intercontinental Championship, Edge against Christian. So this isn't a steel cage that you could probably imagine in your head being that wire mesh kind of cage, the traditional kind of one they use like now. It's one of those really old, I don't know, what WrestleMania was it where Hogan was against King Kong Bundy? I think that was WrestleMania 2, wasn't it? That was a steel cage match, I'm pretty sure. And they have like those big kind of squares, if you see what I mean. So you can put your feet in quite well. You know the ones I mean. It was a blue kind of cage, but this one in particular on this evening was black. And yeah, another reason I brought that up is because it affects the match finish. The match itself was a good opener, I thought. Good to see those two against each other again, and for the Intercontinental Championship again. And the finish was quite interesting. Christian he climbed over and was on his way down to, climb out for the win. Both his feet touched the floor, kind of thing. But halfway down, Edge managed to grab him, pull his legs through, tie his laces together on his boots, because those, as I said, those holes are like squares. They were bigger. You could pull limbs through and stuff, unlike these like wire mesh ones we get now. And yeah, Edge took advantage of that and climbed over while Christian was trapped with his laces tied together, and Edge obviously retained here. Good opener. Not a bad match. We had Scotty 2 Hotty against the Hurricane next. This one was okay. We had Hurricane that I thought was having a bit of a push when he did show up for the first time a few months prior to this. And Scotty 2 Hotty we hadn't seen for quite a while because he was injured throughout the most of the Invasion angle. So it was good to see him back. Out of all the Too Cool members, Scotty 2 Hotty was arguably my favourite, followed by Grandmaster Sexay and then Rikishi. Rikishi, if you class him as a Too Cool member, I kind of do, because he did get added in, you know what I mean, some point with the original tag team of Scotty and Grandmaster Sexay, doing the dance and stuff with the glasses. But yeah, anyway, enough about that. Let's get back to this match. So yeah, Scotty 2 Hotty against the Hurricane kind of surprised me, not only because Scotty 2 Hotty picked up the victory. There wasn't nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm happy Scotty won here. but because of the Hurricane being pushed a little bit when he did show up, because I think he became European champion, didn't he, around the time he debuted, or not long after. And for him to lose here, not only to Scotty 2 Hotty, who hasn't been seen for a while, but he lost to Scotty 2 Hotty using the worm to beat the Hurricane. And the worm is like, it's a good move and stuff. I didn't mind it, but having someone beaten by it just seems a bit ridiculous, if you see what I mean. It was just one of those signature kind of moves, I guess. I don't think it was his finisher. I can't remember now, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. If it was, not many people, I wouldn't imagine, have got beaten by that, because I remember loads of people kicking out of the worm. But it was fun to watch. But anyway, yeah, the match itself, not too bad, but a bit of a shock finish with Scotty picking up the victory there. Big Show took on Diamond Dallas Page in the next match, and I felt this one was just pretty shit, if I'm honest with you. DDP had gone from former WCW World Heavyweight Champion to join in the WWF, and then having a series with The Undertaker. Or not a series, just a little mini feud, stalking his wife, and you know what I mean, trying to make a name for himself. And then he just slowly disappeared down the card, and he lost here against the Big Show. And he had this gimmick where he was like smiling and just felt, I was going to say positively Page, but I think that was a WCW gimmick, but I could be wrong. But he just seemed very positive about stuff, like, you know, if you're really down in the dumps, that doesn't matter, the only way is up, and, you know, that's a good thing, and all that kind of shit he would say, and just have these really, you know, deer in the headlight kind of eyes, wide open, and the cheesy smile and stuff. It was just strange, a strange gimmick. But yeah, the match against Big Show here was absolutely shit. I didn't like it. It was very one-sided, I thought, anyway. And yeah, Big Show picking up the victory. We had a WCW Tag Team Championship elimination match. Dudley Boys putting their tag titles on the line against the Hardy Boys and APA. This was a fun match. I thought this was going to be one of those typical ones that you would expect to see on an episode of Raw or SmackDown, as I've said in the past. Like a kind of a filler match, but it wasn't. It was very entertaining. And the Hardys eliminated APA first, and it came down to the Dudleys and the Hardys, and they had a good little battle together. And the Dudleys managed to retain and pick up the victory there. Good match. Tajiri against Commissioner Regal was fun, but it felt predictable. I knew Regal was going to pick up the victory, especially in his home country. And but Tajiri, he did do well, I thought. Very good stuff. Kurt Angle against Chris Jericho for the WCW Championship was okay as well. I didn't mind that one. Both of them done very well, and I probably say this was one of the best matches on this pay-per-view. And next up we had Divas tag team match. So we had Lita and Tori Wilson against Mighty Molly and Stacy Keibler with special referee Trish Stratus. Some good talent in this match, but it was kind of terrible, I'm not going to lie. It is a shame, really. Stacy Keibler and Tori Wilson still seemed like they needed more in-ring training. I don't mean to be rude when I say that, because they're all very talented, apart from those two with their in-ring skills. It just felt very sloppy in places, and moves didn't seem to get pulled off correctly. But that's just my opinion. And that's probably one of the worst matches on this pay-per-view, if I'm honest, unfortunately, along with the Big Show and DDP. Then we had our main event, Stone Cold Steve Austin defending his WWF Championship against The Rock, which is kind of like a rematch from WrestleMania 17 in a way. And this one was very enjoyable. I would say probably as good as the WrestleMania 17 match. but let down by the usual interference with the finish. We had Kurt Angle interfering and helping Austin pick up the victory, but both looked pretty good here and put on a good match for the crowd in England, and yeah, it was very good. Overall, I was pretty surprised because I had a mixed reaction with this one. The main event was a pretty good one, as I said, and we had some good matches on the undercard, and then we also had some shit matches on the undercard. But overall, I give it a score of 6 out of 10. I think that's more than fair. I'm glad I covered it in a way. I was going to try and avoid it, but I watched it anyway. And we will get to Survivor Series next. Sorry about the delay on all the videos throughout the summer, guys. As I said, it's been half term, summer break for the children. So it's been a bit hard to work around a busy household and a noisy one as well. But yeah, feel free to give me a thumbs up if I deserve one today. Comment, subscribe if you haven't done so. Hi to new subscribers, thank you for joining my channel. As always, I'm very grateful, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Stay safe, and I'll catch you again for the next one. Goodbye for now.